Well, hello and welcome to the first odd topic, which hopefully will become a smash sensation. For the most part, this series will be unscripted and completely ad-libbed. As for the format, I'm thinking similar to a podcast as it makes for some of my time at home I would otherwise spend playing video games touching myself, I can now use for this. Now I've got to give a big thank you to O2 Big Kev from Down Under for the first odd topic, and I have to say it's one I wouldn't normally have touched. Brexit. Ouch. So bearing with me, I'm just going to read out O2 Big Kev's question, which was, I would like to hear your thoughts on Brexit and how it's going. Eh, right. As I say, normally I wouldn't have touched this with a barge pole because it's possibly the most dividing thing since the Civil War in the UK. If any of you know about that, royals versus government and whatnot, families fighting families. It's the equivalent of the American Civil War as well. This is possibly the most close to that we've been since then, and I've got to say it's a complete shambles from start to finish. Everything I've seen about it has been a complete shambles. For me personally, Brexit has failed in several key areas, one of which would be people's ambitions and goals, which it wasn't for the better of the country. It was more to do with putting down the other side, if you will. Like, obviously, you've got one side that voted Remain, which think that everybody who voted Leave is either a racist or too old to be able to vote, and then you've got everyone who, on the counter of that, saying that they've either got hedge fund money or they're just, millennials and they shouldn't have a choice anyway. But that's where it devolved to in that aspect, is that they both picked on each other when it should have been the goal should have been to for the better of the country, looking at it in cold hard facts, not opinions. The other side of that is the government peddling their agendas, which obviously they had many that we shouldn't have even been given a choice on, to be honest. There's too much at stake for us in our narrow field of vision to be given a decision on. And then you're looking at all the other side of it, which, the financial and other, there's far too much for us to have known going into it. So for me personally, it's not something we should have been given a defining decision on. And I know that's part of democracy, but ultimately, looking at it in that perspective, too much misinformation, too much agenda peddling, and too much infighting rather than looking at cold hard facts and thinking what's best for everyone rather than just for your own self, has derailed Brexit completely and left us in a situation where we're now facing many different miniature factions. I mean, we're talking like the Labour Party, Conservative Party, the two biggest parties in the UK, fractured, splintered, and then just destroyed each other, and have now splintered into loads of little groups that are now infighting. We've even got what's called a Brexit Party, which is just ludicrous. But that's what it's devolved to, and at no point has anyone actually stopped and gone, wait, we need to just stop this. The people's vote did determine that we should leave, and they should uphold that and just get it done. But unfortunately, like I say, there are too many people in power with their own agendas, and like say the European Union, they've got their own thing where they're now relying on several countries in the European Union to hold up their economy, and ours is one of them. So they're shitting bricks. Please hold. Call from my brother. Well, there's an interesting development. I'm out of breath because I've just been running around like a fucking lunatic. My brother came off his motorbike. Cestrian vlogger is down. Unfortunately, his front wheel locked up. It's not on camera, but his front wheel locked up. He went off to the right, which in the UK obviously means he went into oncoming traffic. He is luckily okay. He didn't hit any cars. The car coming the other way was able to stop. He's got some road rash in his arms and his knee, but otherwise he's alive and well. Bit of an ego hit, but I've just been and collected his bike and put it on a family friend's driveway till tomorrow when I can go up there with a toolkit, take the brakes off and find out what's going on. But it's pulling so hard to the left. And I don't know if that's because of the accident or because of something else. I'm afraid to say it may have done something to the wheel, but I don't know. I am pooped. Very out of shape. I'm going to close the original topic now because I've got to be honest, this is a torpedo, but Brexit's fucked. If you want my honest opinion, it's completely fucked. There's the whole refugees that then became migrants, which is like, what the fuck? I thought they were refugees, and there's a whole number of them that are actually young males, 18 plus, and you're thinking, no, you should be back in your country fighting for your fucking rights and shit. But whatever, I'm not going to get into that because I'll just be branded a racist. I would happily shake the hands of anybody who stayed in Syria to fight ISIS, but these fucking boatloads of men you see pulling up on the shores who are economic migrants and people just fleeing conflict. Refugee is women and children, as far as I'm concerned. That's all I'm going to say on the subject. But we've got just rooks of men showing up anyway. No, there's Brexit's fucked because of misinformation, agendas, propaganda, and unfortunately the people in charge of making it happen have their own agendas, which means it'll never work out. The European Union have got their agendas, which means they won't let us do what we want to do, so it's all fucked. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go and see about picking my brother up from hospital. I'll let him cover the rest of it in a video if he ever wants to. What an odd topic for the first episode. Christ.